it's Ursa Midnight, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are working on another building for the World Save. This is a building that is in Willow Creek across from the Pancakes house. I used it as I used the pancake house I created as inspiration for this house. The roofing was a bit of a struggle for me, but once I figured it out, it just really started to just merge all together. I also was struggling with a little bit of the platform. I wanted to make one part raised and one part not raised. And it wasn't until I realized that I just had to make a little platform area in the front and in the back. And once I figured that out, everything kind of just went into place and it just went a lot more easier. And then here I am just trying to figure out placement wise of the rooms and the area of where the stairs are going to be. Then I added some lights just to light it all up, just so I could see the rooms. And then here you'll see that I finally figured out how to do the platform and how to make it where you have a step going back down into the house, just to kind of give that little part of the house. I tried making like a little curve of a stairwell. That didn't exactly work, but it's okay. We ended up matching outside and indoor to each other, and then we used very similar stairs inside and outside. I think this is one of my favorite builds I have created. It took me a bit, but not as much as the one house from the other day. I had one house that took me about 4 hours to complete, and I will say that like all the builds I have been making lately have become one of my favorites. I really like these builds actually. Excuse me. I really like these builds. I had a hiccup because, it's challenging me. I'm having to figure out ways of building without knowing what I'm going to build and just looking at a house and be like, okay, how can I build this? I will admit I am the type to use like house plans to help me lay out a house. After that, I usually just go with my own feeling of how I feel about the house. This house is made for a family with I believe it's the Smith family in my World Save. The Smith's daughter, she's now in the Spencer household with her husband and 4 kids. I think she has 2 boys and 2 girls. I think there are technically 2 sets of twins. So there's a few times where I do stop mid-build, and this is also because I am watching a stream while I build sometimes. I need that. So for me personally, I always need to focus on something, and I can't always focus on certain things without something on in the background. I am that way. Like, I need to hear noise or talking in my head, like while I'm gaming or while I'm recording a video, even if it's just me not talking at all, and I'm just recording the video for like a build like this, and then later on I go and talk. Even now, currently, while I'm talking to you, I have a video on in the background on my headset of like a game because like I just need that focus. I'm such a visual and audio type of person. Like a lot of times, like for testing or like when I'm just doing work, when I was younger and in school, like testing, I studied with music on. Whereas some people need complete silence, I need noise. And when I don't get noise, I go crazy because I'm so used to so much noise all the time that I kind of tend to thrive a lot more with some form of noise than when it's fully quiet. I can't focus with just pure quietness. So that's just the type of person I am, and I've learned this over the few years about the type of person that I am. Because it's just how I am. I'm always someone who needs music or something to listen to. And it's just an interesting, like, thought of mine. So we just we chill and we watch videos and we record and stream. So if I ever go really quiet, sometimes I'm really focused. Um, or sometimes I just need a chance to just kind of I try to focus easily on like game noises. When I'm playing games like Five Nights at Freddy's, I tend to focus a bit more because I'm trying to listen to the game. If it's a game like The Sims where there's not much like noises playing, I sometimes struggle with the focusing. However, as you can see, I actually really do like the kitchen though. Back to the build. We're gonna go back to the build. But I really like how a lot of what I built in this house came about because it kind of just really correlates with this whole Sim family. I was debating on what is it called? One of the paintings, I believe, in the kitchen. I kept debating about it. I ended up going with a different painting for that one, but later on I did put it in a build with I think Minerva is the daughter. I put it in with her brother Michael's family, so we'll see that again in the next video. However, so yeah, I kind of winged it with my different styles and just trying to make this house kind of work. As you can see, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put there. I was debating about plants, but then I was like, it's too much right there. How would they even walk to it? So then I ended up changing it to a painting, and I was debating on paintings for a bit there. I was debating on a plant, but no plant looked nice there. So that it was like a whole big thing. I was trying to figure out, this is the painting that I ended up putting in another house. So I ended up taking this painting away and putting something else later on. But this is probably one of my, I've been really trying to focus more on decoration lately. So I'm trying to get more into the decorating aspect of builds while also recording building. So this is something that I am working on, and I'm always welcome and interested in more like feedback and all of that because I do like building. I just like people telling me more about whether or not they like it or some ways that I can fix some of my building. And then I think right now I'm working on the dining room. So the dining room was a fun one. I was trying to figure out like a bar area, and then here I'm also probably getting distracted watching a stream because that happens. This is also on 10 times speed. So imagine if there's these long breaks here. Imagine what it was like without the editing of the faster paced videos. I was debating on the table actually. Like it was kind of hard for me to figure out what type of tables I wanted because I like to have blah blah blah. I like having my Sims like tables matching, and sometimes it's hard to get a matching table. I put a bar right there. I don't think I kept it there. I don't think I kept the bar there. I think I changed it a little bit later on. I was trying to figure out like rugs and all that. I ended up going with a very colorful rug, and I'm pretty sure I don't think I keep that. This was fun though, just trying to think of ways to change it, adding some artwork up on the walls. I think I put a lot of different artwork up. I found like a little phone thing, so we had to add that to everything. It was really cool. I think I put that on I put that on a separate wall because it was a single painting and there was only one of it. And then I think I put a fireplace, and I was like, okay, I'm not having the bar, so I just grabbed one of the little globes, and then I added some more artwork. And then we started the living room. I added a couple of fireplaces to this house actually. And then I added like a little table set. I'm very big into plants lately on this game, especially. This game has had a lot of different plant styles. And then I think this is going to be the garage. So I was trying to figure out, I didn't want to put like a whole big bar thing because it took up too much space. So I just did a little inside home gym for her husband, and then we made a little office or not just her husband, I guess Minerva can also use it as well. And then we added like a little computer and some art stuff and some cross stitching. I was trying to make it more artistic, creative house vibes just to kind of help with everything and bringing something to the family. And then this was fun though, trying to think of different artworks to put up everywhere. And then I moved on to the upstairs after I finished the bathrooms, I believe. So the bathrooms I ended up kind of copying and pasting after this one. This one I kind of kept on its own. And then after that, I think I ended up copying and pasting it as well. And then I changed it for each room. Yep, so I copied and pasted it, and then I edited parts of it for like the kids' room. And then I think I saved the game just to... Oh, I had the sim test see if she could go to the bathroom. And then I changed the one wallpaper and I realized she couldn't go. So then we just kind of edited everything out. And then we put a washer and dryer in some baskets. Because, you know, it's a family. They need a laundry area. And then we made the parents' bed. I think I chose... Yeah, I used a pack. I think I was going to go with this pack, and then I didn't like the artwork that went with it, so I just discarded everything and then redid the bedroom to a cats and dogs theme furniture, and I really liked how this room came out. I really do like how a lot of the builds in this game so far have come to be, because they always look really cool and nice. And then I found a really nice rug that I really liked, and then adding some artwork above the bed. I have a feeling I've used that artwork too many times lately. We added some more paper, more art, and I believe we add something here. I'm trying to remember what. It's probably something with arts, or it's plants, or it's an aquarium. It's an aquarium. We added some paintings, and then we worked on the boys' room. I kind of made it where they both kind of slept. So like the one boy has an end table and then the toddler has their bed on the other side. So this was kind of fun. Both rooms are kind of similar, because my idea was maybe, you know, they had twins and then they had another set of twins and they're like, oh. And then I realized I couldn't put both beds on their own sides, so I just merged them all together, honestly. And I did something like this, and I really like the little dinosaur theme we went with. I just really like dinosaurs in this game, because I think they're really cool, especially for like little kids. And yeah, that's the boy room. And then we're going to move on to the girl room in a minute. And the girl room is kind of similar to the boy room. It's the same concept. And then that's pretty much it, honestly. So, yeah. I mean, the girl room kind of matches. I realized I forgot to put curtains, so we added some curtains to the boy room. And then we go back to the girl room in a minute. And I really liked the curtains. And the girl's room also has similar styles as well, because I wanted it to kind of match. Like, the parents didn't go full on crazy with the girl room, but I feel like they would have had a little bit more fun. And then, so at the last part of this episode, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. We're working on the backyard right now, and I really do appreciate everyone who comes and is supportive of the game, or anyone who wants to give any advice or any commentary about maybe how I'm gaming, if I'm doing something wrong. I'm always open for more suggestions. Please feel free to always let me know. I believe we have now an official time that we will be trying to start streams at 7 p.m. Eastern time, starting mostly next week. Fridays might be a little bit earlier, or there might be no streams on Fridays. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, that's all. Hope you guys have fun. Bye-bye.